Well, let's get into the talk. Today, I'd like to talk about different things, talk about wealth, how to make wealth. I would not be giving the formula to make wealth. I probably didn't say that right. So, what it be coming out after that would be how to not having wealth yet. So, talk about that. Also, we'll talk about complaining. So, I'll probably be editing this video because it'll probably take me a while to get into the groove of it. I haven't been speaking in on YouTube in a minute. However, let's go. Let's get into it. All right. So let me talk about complaining first. Is I've been seeing a lot of videos and throughout my daily existence on this earth, every day, somebody is complaining. First, let me backtrack. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of even associates. So for that reason is I don't understand. I like why I should. I don't. It's like two things come out. I don't understand why I don't have a lot. A part of me doesn't. I don't understand why I should have a lot. Well, I guess you say if you understand why you should have a lot, why would you be concerned why you don't have a lot? I'm not even concerned why I don't have a lot. I, I, I don't I don't believe that I'm able to talk to a lot of people. I don't. So that's why I don't have a lot of people around me, or talk to a lot of people, or be sociable a lot, because a lot of I don't know. I like to talk about different things. I'll say that. And a lot of people uh, complain. A lot of people, like, people talk about small talk. A lot of people complain a lot. So that's the reason why. That's like one of the number of reasons why I don't talk to a lot of people, because a lot of people complain a lot, and I don't have time to waste my time with people complaining. I just don't. I just I just rather not. I rather not talk. Like, if I don't like the conversation. I don't like a lot of. I don't really want to talk about this. I don't really want to talk about this. A lot of people sending videos to my YouTube, and a lot of people talk about it, and I just don't. I feel like it's an excuse. Only I'm gonna get into. I don't really want to talk about this because it's like I feel like people have excuses for a lot of things, and that they shouldn't have excuses for it. I'm gonna start with myself first. I if I'm talking about something, it'd be briefly, or I probably would keep it to myself unless somebody else will bring up the topic. However, other than that, I'll talk about it briefly, because I'm about solving the problem. I talk about it enough to solve the problem, to come up with a solution. I don't believe in complaining and things that we're not able to change. I don't see no reason to complain about it. I just feel like just find a solution, or just deal with it. If it's no way to if it's no way to rectify the situation, or to overcome the hardship, I feel like we should just not complain at all. Find another avenue, go around it, come up with another solution. Uh, deal with the problem. I don't think that it's a it is a I don't think a solution is to complain. What I'm saying, I let me, so let me talk about myself. I don't want to talk about others, because they're gonna be like, we're gonna be like, what the? They're gonna be like, what the hell are you talking about? So I'm talking about myself. I don't feel like I'm able to use the race card in every situation. I don't feel like I'm able to say that I'm not where I'm at because of uh, racism, or racism. I'm just keeping it that. I'm not gonna say the other word, other topic. I don't want to. I don't want to be able to use that. Like, I don't want nobody to say that because they put me in a certain category, or because they call me a minority, or because they call me the word. I don't like to use the word black. I don't want to say that that's the reason why I'm not where I want to be at. Yeah, I don't want to say that I'll never be where I want to be at. I don't want to say that that's why I'm not prepared. I don't want to say that that's the reason why I might be dusty. I don't want to say that's the reason why um, I'm procrastinating. I don't want to say that's the reason why I have excuses. I want to make sense when I say that. I don't want to use racism as an excuse because I've had a lot of opportunities, and I've made a lot of I had a not made I've had a lot of accomplishments, and I don't so racism wasn't a factor then when I had opportunities, and when I accomplished things. So if I have an off season, or if I have a bad day, or if somebody get at me or come at me because they don't like my appearance, or they don't like the race or the class that they put me in, I don't want that to be an excuse. I just feel like I'll just work harder. I'll just eventually overcome it. I'll eventually find a solution, or a door would be open, or I would eventually open a door. I'm not gonna let that hinder me, or I'm not gonna let that vex me or be a burden on me because somebody wants to single me out or target me because of my pigmentation or the way I look. I just don't see that as out. Another thing is I don't I don't feel this is kind of tied to like this. I don't really want to talk about relationships. I'm gonna talk about relationships. I don't think that I'm only limited to dating a certain woman because of her skin. I'm heterosexual, so I'm not invested, but I'm interested in women only. So I just wanted to make that clear. So well, let me go. All right. So I don't feel like I should only date a certain woman of a certain ethnicity. I don't like to use the word race because that's a division, but I don't like because of her skin color and skin tone. I don't feel like I should only be subject to date women from a certain background. I just don't. I don't think that is. I don't think that makes sense. I don't. That's the best way for me to say it. Don't. It don't. It don't. It's stupidity. It's dumb. That's like I'm not really into women like that from other like ethnicities than the one that I belong to. But however, if I find one attractive, I don't feel like I don't feel like I should not date her because of somebody else and my social group of upbringing say that I shouldn't date her. If I'm making sense, I don't know. This is hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about dumb stuff. Like this is dumb stuff. This is another reason why I don't talk to a lot of people because the whole race thing is dumb. Like I don't. It bothers me that much. Like I think I did a YouTube video about that. Like I'm not concerned about race. It does exist in certain places. It's it's not as strong as it used to be. However, and that's like I didn't grow up in a time that my parents and my parents' parents and their parents' parents and my great grandparents and stuff. I didn't grow up in that time of slavery and the Jim Crow era, and I didn't grow up in the Middle Passage. I didn't grow up where it was heavy racism. It still kind of is some. It's like that they have allowed not what did they call it? They called it. This is the word I'm looking for. They called it where you what is that word? Where you can't drink at certain water fountains and stuff. What did they call that? I'm gonna come back to that later. I don't forgot. But basically, it was sectioning off. It's just I don't even really want to talk. Like what I'm saying is I shouldn't be subject to uh, act a certain way or behave a certain way or go to a certain place or be about a certain thing because of how people see me as a race. And I just think in this, like with the time that I grew up, I think it's foolishness for me to say that I'm held back because of the the color of my skin. Because that's the best way, the color of my skin, because I haven't been subject to that much racism, or I would say on the level that the elders before me that came before me has been subject to it. So these days there's a lot more opportunity. Even if somebody might be targeted or subject being subject to racism, there's a lot of opportunity in the world. You know, there's a lot more opportunity, especially in America. Let me not in America. This isn't a third world country yet. We don't know if it's gonna go that way. However, um, I don't feel like I should be concerned about that to the point where I believe if I start being concerned about it, then I'm gonna start a bad habit of complaining. I'm gonna because I don't want to. I really want to get on other people's cases. However, one second. Okay. Okay, the light had went off. The little light that's in here. Um, I, for me to speak for myself again, I don't want to talk about other people. I do believe a lot of other people are complaining uh, in an unnecessary way. However, I want to just say it's about habits and environments and the friends that we choose, especially me, the friends that I choose. I'm growing up, I didn't choose the the best friends for myself. I had like two sets of friends. I had the friends that and foes and associates, associates at school, friends after school, two different sets of friends after school. I had friends that I only seen during the school day at school. Then I had friends that two sets of friends outside of school. I had the ones that ran the streets, and the ones that ran the street, I shouldn't have been associated with them, obviously. And I had the ones that I played like mainly sports with, and those are the friends that I should have been associated with more than the ones that I played sports with and did academics with. They were in most of my classes, so we lived in the same area, took the same classes, went to the same school, played the same sports, and I flubbed the dub on that. I fumbled the ball. I missed the point in my lesson in that at the time. I learned my lesson now, however. At the time, I was I was naive. I was stupid and dumb. I picked the wrong friend, and so in life, I've paid for those consequences. A lot of people talk about karma. Uh, Karma, I think that is a very subjective topic. Is as I wouldn't say vague, but however, I believe in consequences in a lot of way. Like uh, planting seeds, kind of like a farmer. What you reap, you sow. So I believe in consequences. I'm more. I think to me, like karma is more of a new age thing, secret thing, and etc. etc. I I like to go off of karma. So that's another reason why I'm the way I am. Some people say I'm not assertive enough, or that I'm a passive person, or what's the other thing, that I have a inferiority complex, whatever that word is. Uh, but that's not true. I know about consequences, so I kind of sit back and chill because I know myself. I don't like to reap consequences for my own self doing negative actions or not making the right choices. So, like I said, I'll say it again. I like to just sit back and be chill. So that's where I'm coming from racism. Uh, I just I just can't let that be a ceiling over my head, or like I can't let that be a issue. I can't let that be a factor, or any type of mathematics into me getting mine, or becoming successful, or just existing, or in and having fun, being happy, enjoying life, being prosperous. So that's what I wanted to talk about wealth, about being wealthy and healthy. I'm not able to let racism determine that, and especially not in this country, not in America, not at all. Maybe in other places, maybe in Mexico, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Africa, maybe in Brazil, maybe in Canada, maybe in uh, Italy, China, Spain, Vermont, Norway, or some. That's some of them countries close to, well, states close to. You catch my drift. I'm not able to uh, say. I know I left out a lot. Russia. I'm not able to. I don't know how it is in those countries. I haven't been in those countries yet. However, in America, uh, where slavery was kind of crucial, and this is one of the last places that affected slavery. This is one of the places that slavery lasted the longest and so affected. So it's the freedom of not being enslaved is kind of new, and some people still live as slaves or indentured slaves, either mentally, spiritually, even though not physically, and their habits portray that. I'm not able to say or have that as an excuse. That I'm just speaking for myself, or I'm not able to say that because I'm not in this certain social group, or they won't let me in this certain social group, or they won't let me be whoever they is. They won't let me play sports, be an athlete, or be a professional athlete, or to be an actor, or to be a rapper, or a music person, or or a musician. I'll say that, or a music artist. I'll say that, not just rap. I'm not able to say that it's because of the color of my skin. I'm not able to say that. I just don't like that. So what I mainly wanted this video initially to be about is how the word wealth is healthy. The word wealth itself and health is healthy. And I heard others say, I am, using the word I am is one of the most powerful words. I think the guy said that on You Are Creators. Reverend Ike said that. A lot of individuals said that. It's in the book The Secret, The New Age. I have read that. However, I'm not able to have that as an excuse. So, and that's why another thing. I'm going around. I'm all over the place with this. I don't have a lot of associates or friends because some people have excuses. If it's not about race, it's excuses for financial excuses, educational excuses, health excuses. When they have the gym, they have financial institutions. If you've been miseducated, if they have an institution that teach you. They have what you call night schools, day schools, post secondary schools. They have colleges. They have workshops. They have jobs that have workshops to teach you about finances. They have seminars. So I just don't have. That's the main reason. I don't want to be sarcastic or be an A about it, a hole. But that's just how it is for me. I don't have area or space in my life for unnecessary BS. I don't have, or individuals using excuses. If I'm talking about something that's a problem, and I'm talking about it long enough to solve the problem, and if I haven't, I'll move on to something else and come back to the problem later on and to solve it. I know I'm harping on this and being redundant about what I'm saying. I don't like excuses, even though if it might seem like it for a portion of the day or even a day or two. I just don't like excuses. Like right now, I have the opportunity to play sports. Dang near any sports that I know how to play, and most likely have a high percentage. I don't want to say guaranteed to go pro. Most likely have a high percentage of going pro. Right now, I have the opportunity to play soccer, baseball, basketball, football, track. I had the opportunity to do that. However, in this season, and with my plans and not being prepared, I don't I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm choosing not to do that, and it'll come. I believe that opportunities come more than once. The door opportunity will swing open again if I ever do decide to play sports again. I mean, I know I know I'm fit. I know I'm health wise. I know I'm fit in order to do it, and you know, at the time when it was presented to me, and it still I was able to deliver. However, I just want to and am going to work on. I'm I'm willing to work on other things in my life. I just what I want to do. I want to work on other. I played enough sports. I'm not, and that's like I'm not BSing myself. I'm not excusing giving myself excuses. So what I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna be honest and say I played enough sports when I was younger. Even though if it might be the opportunity to go pro, win rings, championship, make millions of dollars. It's other ways to do it, make millions of dollars. I just I don't not that I don't want to do it that way. In this season of my life, I'm not gonna do it that way. I'm working on other things, and if I so choose to, I'll come back to that and I include that into my life at a later date. However, I just I don't have time for excuses. So since I don't have time for excuses, I don't have time for people, groups, or people or individuals, uh, individual groups of people or individuals. I don't have time to to be around or to socialize and be in the presence of people who have excuses. Um, and I'm gonna give an example. This might come off harsh in Cali, in LA, rent is high as hell, and from my observation is and a lot of people who've been to Cali know, especially if you've been in certain areas. Like I said before, it's a certain place that start with S. I'm not gonna say it, but a lot of people cannot afford their rent, or a lot of people are living hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. So a lot of people are miserable, you know, and that's all I have to say on that. A lot of people are miserable, even though they taking care of their business, even though they're working a 9 to 5, even though they're working 2, 3 9 to 5s, they're not able to have that abundant, have that opulent life that they want to. I don't even know if they know these words, however, know these words exist, or know that they have the opportunity to have that kind of life. They don't have that. They don't have that well off life that they want. They don't have that. What's the word I can look for them? That a they don't have a joyous life. Like a lot of people around me come around me see say, with it's like in like an indirect way with excuses. A lot of people come around me talking about it's just like this pseudo church thing. Talk about long as I woke up on the right side of the bed this morning, long as I got breath in my body, long as long as the good God, the good Lord, or whatever the source is they call it, long as they got me here, long as I seen another day. You know, a lot of people didn't wake up this morning. All that is true and all that's fine and dandy. However, I know these people in an indirect way are emotionally. I know these people are hurt. These people aren't healthy on a lot of areas. They're not. To me, they're not sane. They're doing it in an indirect way. They say things like that, and they're depressed. They put it off when they know that they think their life is crap. They know that they don't enjoy their life, that they don't have the kind of lifestyle that they want. So I choose not to associate with those people. Or if they come around me with it, I let them talk a little bit and be like, and I just let it go in one ear out the other. However, but what I'm saying is I don't befriend those people. I don't make those individuals a friend. They're not able to be my friends. I don't like to use the word can't, but that type of person can't be my friend. A excuse giving person or a person complaining all the time cannot be my friend. Whatever the issue is, cannot be my friend. That it's not possible. That's an unable thing. It's not happening. Like, it's other things. I'm just saying, like, if a person has to complain all the time, they don't have nothing to talk about. They bored. Like, find something interesting to do. Uh, find a solution for your problem or something. But I just appreciate it. Please, individuals like that, just don't come around me. Do what you do. It's more I can say on it, because it's a certain kind of energy with that. I'm gonna give an example. Like, here in LA, I'm be honest. Like, individuals individuals will be like, they'll cough around you. I'm serious. If you just, like, cause I be on the train, so like, I'm just giving an example. One of the trains go from downtown LA to Santa Monica. One of the trains go from downtown LA to Long Beach. One of the trains go from not downtown, well, like halfway, and it goes from Union Station. It goes to North Hollywood, et cetera, et cetera. It goes to different places in the city of LA, and the person, whether you sit by them or they come sit by you, they'll start coughing like they sick. So that's the expression, like they let you know that they sick. They have a sick mentality, and a lot of people like, oh, like, you think you better than somebody, or you arrogant, or you an a-hole. No, I don't. Straight up, I'm deliberately straight up. This is gonna be the end of it. I don't have time for that pettiness and that BS. So that I just had to. This is a part that, and like, a lot when they coughing and stuff. Like, when I get from around that, like, I just feel like, kind of woozy, or stomach ache around too long, whatever. And so what I'm saying is, I like to go on platforms like this, and I'm gonna upload this video, platforms like YouTube, and I like to, if I don't do a video, I'm not able to do a video completely about wealth yet, because, hey, I don't know how to make wealth yet. So, but yeah, we gonna get to that soon. One day we'll be able to do a video about wealth, how to make it wealth, how to make it wealth, how to make wealth. However, uh, uh, this video will probably be titled how unhealth, how health is your wealth, and how you can come from unhealth to wealth. Because I just like to hear the word. That's probably like the type of people like I'd be around, like that type of friends that I would have if I had friends, or had a lot of friends, or a few friends. It's some statement like, if you have a few friends, a few good friends, then you blessed, or you know how that statement. I don't know who made that statement, but something like that. You know what that statement means, though. You catch my drift. You got it. All right. So I would prefer to talk with people who talk about wealth. That's about wealth later.